What's up, guys? It's Rey-Jay back with another video. And in this one, I want to give you guys a very quick update about SPY and the overall market. Just know that I am not a financial planner, so take nothing I say as financial advice. So we got the unemployment numbers. All the data was below expectations with decent looking non-farm payrolls. The market pushed initially. I was aiming for that 609 to 610 target. Instead, what happened was SPY hit 608. This was another resistance we marked, but I was hoping it would go a little higher than that. But then I did warn you that there's a rising wedge, and I was remaining bullish on it as long as we didn't break it. And as of right now, SPY did push to 608. It did get a nice pump, but then we got this big rejection right over there. And now we're below our support right over here. So we have to see if we could reclaim this to push back up towards these highs. If we can't, I'm looking for two main supports on SPY. We have 603.5 near the 20 EMA. If that fails us, the 602 area is next. And if that fails us, then yes, this will be dumping. So be careful, guys. The rising wedge is showing signs that it might be panning out instead. So a little bit different from what I was expecting. I was hoping we'd go a little higher, but instead we are starting to reject on SPY. So please be careful. We'll see if we could reclaim this trend line or not. This isn't a confirmed rejection yet, depending on how we close on the 4-hour, but this could be a sign that this might decline a bit, so please be careful when looking at your charts. On the QQQ, similar setup, we had this rising wedge. I broke down how it might be getting above 530. We had 532 coming 1 point short of my 533 target, but then as soon as we hit that, we're returning to about 525. We need to see if this holds to try to reclaim this wedge. If not, look at 523 or below, and this could be once again reversing. On the Russell 2000, we're barely holding 226 now. We had a range. If that doesn't hold us, this could be dipping even lower, so please keep that in mind. On ES, we have a rising wedge. We did push to my target of 61.25. I called that out. We came very close. But then we got a rejection. So watch 60.80 and 60.70. Those are going to be two supports to watch for. If we lose 67, I'm looking for a dump back down to about 60.50 or below for a bigger dip. On NQ, we pumped to just under 22,000. I gave you a warning that if we hit 22,000 to be careful on NQ. We're looking for 21,740 and eventually 21,650 is our target if that fails us. Bitcoin pushed to about 98,000, but it's not doing a great job at holding above it. Could slow down as time goes on looking at this trend. On Nvidia, we pushed about 130. Let's see if we could try to hold above 126 and 124.76. As long as we hold above those, we could still try to push next week. If not, I'm looking for the possibility of maybe an inverse head and shoulders. This could be like a left shoulder. This move right here. This could be like our head. And we'll see if we're about to form like a right shoulder like this before it tries to push higher. That's always another possibility in case this does dip. But watch 126 and then 124 is our two targets. We'll see if we bounce off these levels. So far, it's holding up very nicely. As long as we hold support, we're going to be completely fine. Nvidia is still bullish for the short term. Tesla pumped very nicely to 380, but then it got a rejection so far. So as long as we hold 363, I still think this could base and try to uptrend. But we'll have to see if 363 holds just to be safe. For those who are playing Tesla, we did get a bounce. We did see a very nice move. And for those who were playing it, you could have caught that move for the first 30 minutes of the day. Tesla pushed all the way up to 380. That's almost a 20-point move. So we'll see if we hold support or not. So watch that very closely. On Apple, we have this wedge. We have to see if this inverse head and shoulders holds. Look at 230 as our main support. If that doesn't hold us, we're looking for essentially 228 and then 226. Let's just hope that these supports hold at least for now. Might dip a little bit more now that this wedge is starting to break. On AMD, looking bearish, guys. We were not able to hold this low very nicely. Could be dipping towards 105, so please be careful. Coin pumped very nicely to about 280, then rejected. So we're going to be watching to see if we could reclaim 277. If not, it could remain bearish. On Amzn, we're making lower highs. It pumped very nicely. It was not able to hold above 235. So I want to see if 230 holds. If it doesn't, we could retest like 225 or so. So be a little bit careful. Meta had 720 as resistance. Our main support's at 700. As long as we're above 700, we're going to be fine. So be careful with that. Microsoft pumped. We're going to be watching to see if this is an inverse head and shoulders or not. There's a possible left shoulder on Microsoft. This could be like our head, and this could be like our right shoulder. We'll see if this pans out or not, or if we just continue to reject. If we don't hold, if we don't hold this support right here at 413, we could be dipping to 408 again. And then for Google, unfortunately, we lost 180. We're losing 189 so far, so not a good sign. We have to see if we hold above 189, or else we could be dipping closer to like 186. So we'll see, guys. I'm starting to see a weakness in the markets. We were pushing in the very beginning of the day, and now we're starting to slow a bit. We'll see if we reclaim this wedge or not. So far, SPY is showing some signs that wants to rebound, but just be very careful with this rising wedge. So we'll see. Can we reclaim the wedge and continue to uptrend or not? I'm watching these key levels just to be safe. And if we can't get back into this wedge, there's going to be a risk of SPY dipping to like 602 or below. So be careful. So I'm going to wait on this for just some time just to see how this pans out. Please keep that in mind. If we could reclaim this wedge, if we get back in this wedge, then yes, we could be on our way back up to my targets from before. So I'm going to be very patient. It's very tricky. It is a Friday. So we'll see how this goes. And we're going to be very, very patient on this one. But be careful, guys. Let's just hope that SPY doesn't lose its supports and it tries to get bought back up. If not, there could be a big rejection coming. So I just want to give you guys a warning about that. All right, that's it for this video. I just want to give you guys a quick update. Please be careful and watch your levels very closely. Thank you for listening. Peace out.